There are a few current news stories going around at the moment where people have been investigated for flying their drones against the regulations in the countries that they're in. But this one in China, where someone flew a DJI Air 2S at around 8,000 feet, which is 2,400 meters, taking photos of aircraft, well, this one is a little bit special. Hi everyone, Stephen from the Flyby guys, and today's video is something rather spectacular, I would say, and I don't mean it in the positive way, although it does have a kind of a happy ending in terms of the regulations. Now, someone in China, a 19-year-old man, I don't know his name because I can't get the translation right there properly, has been flying his drone actually in two areas. So one area he was flying around 8,000 feet, which is around 2,400 meters, which is very, very high, of course, really high, way, way higher. And in China, the regulations state that it's 120 meters or almost 400 feet. So he was, quite clearly, actually breaking the regulations. And you can see here from this video that he posted online. He's quite blatant about it, and he's taking photos here of the aircraft. Now there is another post that he has done, and that is at I think it's Shenyang International Airport, where he was flying over the airport, and he was flying at a height of I think it was 1,700 feet, 5,000 meters, really high above the airport, and at a distance of 376 meters away, so almost 3 kilometers, so actually over 3 kilometers, almost 4 kilometers, that's 2.3 miles. And he's blatantly flying over these areas and taking photos of aircraft taking off. Now, the guy quite clearly didn't care, and he was posting these videos and these images online, and he basically said to the authorities, "Catch me if you can, come and get me," and they did, and he was quite clearly arrested. I'm laughing. The guy obviously has balls, but I mean, he got caught, which of course is good, and you can see here from this document that is his release document. So he was actually locked up for a few days apparently. I don't know what's happened afterwards. Yeah, quite unbelievable. Now apparently he has hacked the DJI Fly app, because as you can see here from our own DJI Air 2S, you can only fly at a maximum height of 500 meters, but apparently he has hacked the application in order to fly even further and even higher, which he's successfully done. I don't know what's going to happen to him now, but obviously, this is something that he has done, and he was flying way far, way high, didn't care. And the thing is, when you're flying that high and when you're flying that distance, you have no situational awareness, so you really don't know what's going on. At least one thing is that the ADS-B does work, and you can see here when the plane is flying nearby that it does light up on the map. Of course there's nothing you can do, but you will probably notice that at the very last minute, so it doesn't really do any good. So I would never recommend that having ADS-B to rely on. It's more like it's in the vicinity. Now that high, that distance, you're really, you obviously don't care for human life if you're flying that high and that distance, because he was very, very lucky. I don't know if he knew the flight path or whatever, but he was certainly above the plane. He was certainly above taking those pictures there. And of course he could have been in the path of the plane, but of course, let's say that lucky that didn't happen. But he did put out "come and get me," and they did go and get him, and he was arrested for a few days. He was put in jail for a couple of days. I don't know what's going to happen after that. We'll try to find out a little bit more about this, but this is quite a serious one, and of course it hasn't really made the news or hasn't made any impact in the West, but it has only been in the East so far. So so I think I'm probably the first, I don't know, to actually bring this out. And there were some questions. I put this out on X last night, and people were asking me questions, so I decided to make a video about this. So and I hope that all this information has been done, because I've had to translate everything from Chinese, so it's, you know, it hasn't been easy. Anyway, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'll try to do a follow-up video if I get any more information about this, because of course I think this is quite serious, and to find out what would happen to him, and of course what would happen to his drones. Is he going to keep his drones, or are they going to take them from, this is China, remember, so you know, it's a bit different. Okay, thanks everyone, we'll see you on the next video, and fly safe.